ethical integrity is that research is not just about the adding to a knowledge, but about contributing truthfully, transparently, and responsibly. So, the end of this workshop is not the end of a learning, at the beginning of a meet and a more thankful or thoughtful or ethical and committed approach to the research. So, kindly keep in touch with us, like with the Agrimate Foundation, for your future research work. And thank you all once again. Wishing everyone a success in their academic and research endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Mishra. We will start our session at 6:30 p.m. Both of our speakers will be joined at 6:30. One is from Iran and one is from Nagaland University, Nagaland.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you, Sharma.
Dr. Rohit, Dr. Pranav sir has joined. Make him a co-host immediately, please. Dr. Pranav Kumar Prabhakar sir has joined. Dr. Hassan Rasoli ji is also joining from University of Tehran. Good evening, Pranav sir. Thank you so much for joining. Are you getting my voice, please?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. Thank you so much for joining, sir. We will start at 6:31 p.m., sir.
No issue, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Rohitji, the speaker that will join from Iran, his name is Dr. Hassan Rasoli. Hassan. Hassan Rasoli. Okay. Rohitji. I think Professor Hassan Rasoli has joined. Good evening, sir. Are you getting my voice?
Hello, Dr. Anchor. Thank you for your hosting. I clearly can hear your voice, and I am at your disposal for giving my lecture to your collaborator.
Sir,
And
if
thank you
possible, then
for
kindly open your camera, sir. Open your video, please.
just let me, as I can see, just a
Yes, sir.
moment.
Yes. Yes. Thank you so much, sir, for joining. Nandini, are you there? Nandini?
Yes, sir.
Yes, please proceed.
Wait. Am I audible now and visible also?
Yes, you are perfectly audible and visible. Please proceed.
So, good evening, everyone. This side Nandini Sharma, Assistant Director HR and OSD to Chief Secretary of AgriMeet Foundation Bharat. I extend a heartfelt welcome to each one of you on day 15, the final day of our international workshop on research paper writing and publication ethics. Before we begin, I would like to express our sincere gratitude to our collaborators and knowledge partners. Their unwavering support and valuable contributions have made this workshop a grand success. So they are University of Tehran, UGC Jodhpur, Southern Federal University of Russia, Education University of Hong Kong, China, Agricultural Biotechnology Research Institute, Iran, ICRISET, Hyderabad, ICR Raipur, Chhattisgarh, ICR DCR Puttur Karnataka, ICR Atari Jabalpur, Madhya Pradesh, AgriMeet Foundation Bharat, Royal Society of Agriculture India. A very warm welcome to all our esteemed guests and distinguished speakers who have joined us today. Your presence adds great value and meaning to this closing ceremony. So, our first speaker is Professor Pranav Kumar Prabhakar. He is in the Department of Biotechnology, School of Engineering and Technology, Nagaland University, Mairima, Kohima, Nagaland. Thank you so much, sir. Over to you. The session is yours.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So from India, it's because we are having evening, so good evening to everyone. And thanks to Nandini and Ankur sir for the invitation. The topic which they have selected is a burning topic for all the researchers, either the newcomer researchers or the experienced researcher. For everyone, writing research paper is the ultimate things which we require, everyone. And when we are writing the research paper, that time the ethical values should be maintained. For ethical value, actually, I will talk a little bit more about the ethics. What is the ethics and the research? What are the different misconducts we are conducting, and how to we should try to avoid it. So whenever we are going to try to talk about the ethics, so normally if you see the definition of ethics, it refers to the principle or the moral value which normally guides human behavior, helping us which is right, which is wrong, what to do and what not to do. So we just understand the wrong, fair, unfair, just or unjust. In a simple term, if you'll see, the ethics is it is a discipline which normally study what is morally right, which we feel it is right or it is wrong. Uh, So whenever we'll go for correct definition of ethics, so it is a branch of philosophy, and which normally involves the systematizing, defending, and recommending the concept. There are few key concepts of the ethics. First one is the moral principle. So ethics is normally rooted in the value like honesty, fairness. When we will talk about more about the ethics, that time I will talk about why ethics is required in the research. So first, we were talking about the moral principle. So ethics is rooted in the value like honesty, fairness, justice, respect, responsibility, integrity. So all these things. Then second thing is it is guidelines to conduct. So when we are talking about the research, every places for everyone who are involved in the research, for everyone there is a guidelines. Either if I'm a writer, I'm an author. For me, there are some guidelines. If I'm an editor, for me, there are some guidelines. If I'm a reviewer, for there, I am having some kind of guidelines maintained. There are a number of websites where you will go and you can find all the guidelines, which is what are the different required things to do for my role in the terms of research paper submission and writing. Either it will be academic, means editorial office, editorial board members, a number of other things. The third one is the decision-making tools. So ethics normally helps individuals and organizations to make choice and reflect value in the moral. And when we are the last point is it should be universal, it should be conceptual. So this is the four key concepts, key things which for ethics is required. Now, why ethics is required? What is the requirement of ethics, or why ethics is important in the terms of research? So first one is it ensures honesty. So ethical research normally gives us honesty for the, you can call it, prevent scientists for making us fake. We will talk about the fortification, falsification, fabrication of the data. I will come to that one also. So it normally ensures the honesty in the terms of research and their publications. It protects the credit and the right, like plagiarism. That is one of the misconduct which is going to happen too much in scientific writings. So there normally plagiarism where we are going to claim someone else's data as my own. That you can call it the literacy theft. So ethics normally protects the credit and right for all the stakeholders. It prevents the harms. Unethical research can lead to the wrong medical treatments. If we are talking about the medical field, faulty products, like when we will talk about the drug development, any kind of product development, that time if product will be wrong, if we are going to do some kind of misconduct in the clinical trials or any kind of trials, then ethics also builds the public trust. And the last point is it maintains the scientific integrity. So these are the 5 important points why research ethics is required. What ethics gives us. When we are talking about the misconducts, there are a number of misconducts. There are roughly 15, 16 different types of misconducts is going to happen in terms of research in the research fields. The first and most important is the plagiarism. Plagiarism, I have already told you, it is one of the commonest misconduct in the research, where we are normally going to copy others' works and without giving proper credit, without giving proper citations. There are different type of plagiarism is there. Direct plagiarism is there. Self plagiarism is there. Number of other things are there. So if you go to different websites, different places, different way of explanation of plagiarism is there. Then another misconduct which is going to happen in the research is called as salami slicing or salami publications. Normally, if I have done a complete research work at the time of publication, just to increase my number of publication, number of counts, I am going to fragment my paper into different fragment, and each fragment is going to be published as a single paper. So, Ankur sir, am I audible?
Yes, please. Yes, you are perfectly audible, sir.
Yeah. So, salami slicing is when we are going to slice the research work into different fragments and publish as a separate publication just to increase the research counts. So ultimately, what is going to happen, if any reader has not read all the fragments of your paper, they will not get the good essence of your paper. So just to increase our publication count, so we are doing the salami slicing, which is not good in terms of for the research. Another thing, sometimes you might have seen the duplicate publications. Because sometimes we have either academic requirement, promotional requirement, or the different kind of requirement. We duplicate the public at the same time and we publish it, we do it. That is another thing. Another misconduct is going to happen. Then we are going to have fabrication of the data. Fabrication of data means we are going to create a data or create results without means conducting the experiments. We have not conducted the experiment, but we are going to creating a data. We are making some data which is not having an experiment. That is also going to happen a number of things. And because of that one, these are the because of all these misconduct, number of retraction you might have seen in the social media and the places. For after falsification fabrication, where we create the data, another misconduct in the data is called manipulation of the data. That is called as falsification of data. We change the data which suits our result, which gives me a better result, so that ultimately I will have a good kind of graph or good kind of result or good kind of output. So my paper will have a better value. So there we normally change the numerical value or the data which we have generated through experiments. So those data we are going to manipulate, we are going to change it. So that is also going to happen. So both falsification and fabrication of data is going to happen. Then you might have seen the ghost authorship. Ghost authorship is excluding the actual contributor of the paper. Those who have written the paper, they are not the part of the authorship, but rather than number of other persons are there who are not at all involved in the paper writing are part of the authorship positions. So that is like, so this is, you can call it authorship selling, where I have written a paper and I am selling those papers to different authors. So I will give authorship to 4 or 5 different institutions, authors, and we will get the money. So this is just to make money. So this is another misconduct is going to happen. That's why you might have seen number of papers comes with even original papers, original research articles comes from different institutions. Once you will go into the depth, you cannot see the real collaboration is there. Just paper publication, they are the ghost authorship. Those who have written, they are not part of the paper, and other authors who have not involved in the writing part, they are going to be part of the paper. So that is also going to happen. Then gift or honorary authorship. So again, I have written a paper, I am the author, but along with me, there are a number of other persons are there who has not written the paper. Just I am gifting the authorship to my colleagues, my boss, my dean, my principals. So that is also going to happen. So gift authorship is also going to happen. And one of the important manipulation, you can call it ethical misconduct, you can call it, which is going to happen in these citations. Sorry, we are going to do manipulating citations. We are going to putting self-citation into the paper, unnecessary citation. Wherever it is not required, non-relevant citations are there. Like, I'm not going to name any institutions. I have seen one of the paper in the good journal where just one line has been written in the paper that my institution has good research infrastructures in different fields. And they have cited more than 20-25 different papers in just in one line. This is from that particular institution. This is just to increase the citation of the institutions. So ultimately, citations gives you better H index, better research visibility, and ultimately citation. If you go to the ranking and accreditations like THE, QS ranking, then in India we are having NIR ranking. Their citation plays a very significant role in the rankings. Roughly 30 to 29.5 to 35% weightage has been given to citation in the THE and QS ranking. So because of that one, citation manipulation is going on a larger scales. Wherever not required citation has been inserted, non-relevant citation has been done. So these things are going to happen. For early career researcher or some of the researcher who is going to start their career as a professional careers, for them to understand the cloned and predatory journal is one of the important things, because this is a very big, you can call it the trap, where we are going to have a number of journals with the same name, same ISSN number, with the same looking different things, but not real journals. So that is cloned journals. If you go to the Retraction Watch blogs, you can see a list of you can search in the Google. Otherwise, I will share with the Ankur sir and he will share with all the participants. We are having a list. Retraction Watch has created a list of almost 500 different cloned journals. So you can say cloned journals means I have a original journals and I have made a duplicate journals which looks same journals. So for all the researchers, just to fulfill their target, they should understand what is the cloned journal and what is the original journal. So journals should be verified properly before submission to the paper, because once you are going to write a paper, it roughly takes months to 1 to 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, depending on your papers. So whenever we have spent 30 to 60 days, 90 days on writing a paper, that paper should go to a better journal or good journal. So please, before submission to your before submitting your research article or any kind of article to any journals, verify those journals that is original journals or cloned or predatory journals. And few other things like sometimes we are not having any kind of ethical approval, but we are doing animal study, human samples study without having the proper ethical approvals. That is also wrong things, not happening. These are the again misconduct. Sometimes we are doing the misconduct in the peer review processes also. Like nowadays, whenever you are going to submit your paper, every journals ask me name 5 different reviewers. So we just give the name of our colleagues, our friends, or even those who are not working in the same field. We are just writing it. So there we manipulate all the editorial processes. So all these things normally we have to avoid misconduct, because no, so one website I will suggest all the researchers to go, and whenever they will have time, they can read those papers, those different kind of guidelines. It is called COPE. It's ethical guidelines for everything which is associated with the research. Either it will be authors, reviewer, editorial office, animal ethical committee. For everything, we are having some kind of guidelines mentioned on the COPE website. So roughly, misconduct. If I am responsible, I am author, so I have to avoid. When everyone will do their best, then only these misconduct will be stopped, and we will have a better research things. So in the last, just I want to say, ethical research and publication practices are the foundation for the scientific progresses. And unethical practices not only damage the individual's reputations, but also undermine the reputation credibility of the scientific literatures. Journals, institutions, researchers must be vigilant for the writing paper submission to the journals, and whatever we are doing. So we should be more vigilant and more, you can call it the open our eyes before going to do any kind of things. So this is all from my side. If anyone will have any kind of questions, I'm free to answer.
Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable and kind words. I hope everyone learned everything from you. So, next speaker is Dr. Sonal Mishra, Assistant Professor at Kanpur University, and she's also President of ExriMeet Foundation Bharat. Over to you. The session is yours, ma'am.
Thank you, Nandini. Thank you so much. And it's a great honor and a deep sense of gratitude that I stand before you all today at the valedictory session of this research and enriching 15 days workshop on research paper writing and publication ethics. First and foremost, I would like to thanks to the organizing committee and our esteemed resource person and all the participants who made this workshop not only possible but incredibly successful. Over the past 2 weeks, we have possibly but incredibly successful collectively taken a deep dive into academic writing and ethical research practices. like journey that has been enlightening and enriching as it has been transformative. So, one of the most significant takeaways from the workshop was the emphasis on ethics in a publication. In a world increasingly driven by a data, metrics, and a publish or perish culture, ethical integrity is what keeps research meaningful and impactful. We have learned that research is not just about adding to our knowledge, but about contributing transparency and responsibility. And this is the workshop which is not the end, but it is not the end of learning. It is the beginning of more about thoughtful, ethical, and committed approach to the research. And last, I would like to say that please keep in touch with AgriMate Foundation for your future research works and your endeavors. And thank you all once again. Wishing you everyone a success in their academic and research endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your kind words. So, our next speaker is Hassan Rasoli. He's from Tarbiyat Modaras University, Tehran. He's also the organizing secretary, Skill Academy, University of Tehran, Iran. So, over to you. The session is yours, sir.
Thank you very much for your kind attention. Let me to start my lecture, and I don't know if you can clearly hear my voice.
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Excuse me, just I want to share some slide with you. Just a moment that I want to provide some slide for sharing with the collaborator in this lecture. Well, I think you should, yeah, I think you should see my screen. And as a participant of this lecture, I'm so happy that I have this opportunity to talk for you about one of the most important cases that we, as a researcher, mainly focus to consider in our scientific life. You know, scientific writing has a different definition along the world, but as an academic researcher, this is important. We know what type of challenges and problem and of course progress present within scientific challenges. So for this case, I provided some a few slides to talk about this case. You know, scientific research and scientific writer is a way that we can communicate with the world and other scientists along the world. So this is important. We think deeply about what we write and publish in the literature, because everything that we publish and disseminate in the literature significantly have an impact on research visibility and collaboration and different types of finding that we may apply for them. So to have a successful writing script and also successive writing style, this require different type of practice and training that we should enable ourselves to write a good manuscript, a good paper, a good article in our scientific circle. So, you know, during the past decades, the number of journals, the number of publishers, and of course, the number of papers in the scientific literature have significantly increased over a few times. So, you know, grabbing attention to writing increasingly increased during the time, and paying attention to the content of the quality of what we write is a important factor that determine the quality of our research. In this regard, this is important. We change in sometimes our writing style to significantly prepare a special manuscript for dissemination our idea, our collaborating with other scientists along the world. So at this moment, there are different types of challenges in scientific writing, and I think as a non-native English speaker, one of the most one that I also in sometimes suffer from that is language barrier, because we are non-native English speaker. And in the majority of Asian countries, that the researcher, the English language is not the first language they are taught in the countries. So writing may be a difficult process for them. So one of the most important recommendation for academic researcher is that they should know this fact that before writing any scientific piece of a scientific material or something like that, they should boast the quality of their English, and they should deepen their knowledge of English to overcome the language barrier and write actively and clearly in a transparent literature. And of course, because in non-native English speaker countries, there is no a formal training, a formal education for writing well in scientific literature. So we may face the problem when we want to prepare the first draft of our paper, our first draft of English book that we want to write. So time constraint is another challenges that we may face with this case when we want to write a scientific paper or a scientific document that are related to our field. And you know, when you try to write paper, this is important. You spend many style, and of course understand the content of what you want to write about that. And of course, consuming time is a determining factor to spread your idea in the literature. And if you have no enough knowledge of English writing skill, definitely your output in scientific writing is not a good output, and may some global reader of your paper or your document never pay attention to the content of your idea, even it was a type of novel idea that may have a significant input in the literature. And of course, in some cases, as a non-native English speaker, we try to translate words from other mother tongue to English, and this is absolutely and definitely incorrect. If we want to write successfully, we should first understand how grammatical rules should be applied, how we should use different sentences, different style, and different paragraphs in our writing style. And when we choose a simplicity of writing style, this helps us to easily communicate with scientific literature and provide an excellent style for our writing to have a successful writing in a scientific light. And as I discussed in this meeting, you know, language and grammar issues have a significant impact on our writing style. And as I read many papers in the literature, one of the most important problems that I see among many papers is that there are the prevalence of awkward phrasing and grammar mistake within paper that mainly published in predatory journal or low impact journal. You know, in some cases, a writer, a scientific writer, try to just publish a paper and paying less time to paraphrase or correct the grammatical error within the paper that he or she writes about a specific topic. So, you know, if you want to solve the problem of grammar issue and language issue, the most important case is that you should first deepen your knowledge about the case you want to write about that, and you should avoid to write incorrect syntaxes or vocabulary. For example, you want to write about a breast cancer issue, and you may select another words and difficult words that are not easily understood by your readers. So the transparency and simplicity of your text is a determining factor that determine the quality of your writing. And this is an important issue. We should pay attention to the content to have a successful writing. And of course, in some cases, I see many researchers that try to use automatic translation tools to convert the manuscript that they have written from their mother language to English. And this is absolutely wrong, because each language has a specific grammar, has a specific rule, has a specific syntax and vocabularies. But in English, we should follow simple and active words as an active language to choose the best vocabularies to explain what we want to write about that. And if we do not follow such strategies, we definitely fail in the dissemination of our idea in the literature. And if you screen the literature and find some paper in the literature, you can find this fact that understanding the content of some paper in the literature is really difficult, especially in the field of agriculture and other related fields, as I selfishly experienced in this case. Awkward phrasing and grammatical mistake is a type of error that may happen for everybody. So before anything that we want to write about a specific topic, we should learn about grammar and language usage in our writing. And another case that should we consider when we want to write a specific term in we want to write a specific paper in a special field, paying attention to a structural and organization problem. Incoherent idea and also poor paragraph transition and organization and inadequate information in abstract and conclusion make a paper less effective in the literature. And if you just consider RAD principle in a paper, in writing a paper, you can successfully write a simple, clear, and transparent paper without any problem. And one recommendation for many students, for many researchers that presently work in a different area, is that before publishing, they should several times revise the draft of a manuscript to find all error, to find inappropriate vocabularies, inappropriate grammar, to prepare a simple and clear draft for that can be readable for all readers along the world. And paying attention to this such concept help to increase the quality of our scientific writing. And another case that definitely expert in this session significantly discussed the content is the case of plagiarism and ethical concern. We can see that during at least the past 5 years, the number of retracted paper along the world has dramatically increased. And this is because of image duplication, textual plagiarism, and also plagiarism of ideas. So paying attention to the plagiarism and considering the type of references that we want to use, their content and appropriate citation also help us to have a successful writing without plagiarizing data from other people or plagiarizing text from other publishers record in the literature. And a major problem that may lead to a plagiarism and ethical concern is pressure to scientific community to publish more, to let higher position in academia. And in some cases, plagiarism may occur unintentionally due to inappropriate citation. And so when we want to write a successful writing piece of material, and we want to discuss an idea specifically in our field, in agriculture and biotechnology, this is important. Really, we properly cite everything that we use the content, even be a blog, even be a paper, even be a scientific document or a scientific record that are published in the literature. And the current problem, the big problem in the literature is data manipulation and fabrication. And in some cases, this manipulation, this duplication and related issues cause really significant problem for researcher, for academia, for institution. And we should, as a researcher, consider this fact that plagiarism may disrepute our future. So to remove all plagiarism from our text and prepare excellent writing for academic reader, This is important. We carefully cite all material that are used for writing about a specific idea in our paper. And of course, you know, there is a famous idea in the literature, a famous idiom in the literature that you probably hear that many people say that publish or perish. Please consider this fact that the quantity and the number of paper never determine the quality of your research. And when you publish several papers in year, this means not that you have really a good research output. In some cases, you may just after years publish one paper, and your paper change significant material in the literature and introduce new ideas into the literature. So before publishing a paper, we should consider this fact that our idea, our template, our result can improve the literature or not. If our result cannot improve the content of the current literature that fulfill with the abundance of redundant idea, redundant title, redundant abstract, how we can manage the structure of our paper and which type of data can be added to the structure of paper and improve the quality of the paper to have a successful writing and successful output in the literature. And of course, another challenges that are present in the literature after preparing a good draft of a paper, a good draft of the manuscript, is that when we submit our paper to a journal, we may receive a strange comment from reviewer. And you know, peer review challenges may frustrated many researchers along the world, because in some cases that I submitted the paper to a journal, I received a comment from the reviewer that never was in line with my research goal, with my research topic, and what I want to publish in that journal. So the best recommendation is we
Hello, sir.
of receive less to the literature and from Dr. Ankur, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please.
Okay. And you know, when we face with okay, just a moment. Okay, and when we are faced with the lack of transparency and constructive feedback, definitely our research may be belittled, and so in such cases we should revise our paper based on extractive comments. And in some cases, if we receive a strange comment, we can directly communicate with the editor-in-chief of journal, or directly communicate with the journal that the review output are not in line with the research goal. For example, you may receive the comment that you should cite several irrelevant paper from a reviewer that introduced it to you. In such cases, I think we should consider the peer review challenges as a problem in us having a successful writing in academia and also a scientific literature. So another problem that may also affect our scientific writing is a delay in publication. But you may think that how delays in publication may affect our writing. You may in some cases submit a paper in a journal and it takes several months to you receive the first decision from editorial board and something like that. So in such cases you may lose your hope that scientific writing is not a good idea, that I should spend my time in academia to it. But you should not lose your hope, and you should try to improve your power of writing and apply it a procedure to answer all comments that you receive from the journal. And by the way, you can improve the quality of your writing. And of course, answering to reviewer comment is also another matter that during preparing a manuscript or an article that you want to publish in a journal may affect the quality of your writing. So discipline-specific writing challenges, as discussed in this slide, are another problem in the literature. And as you can see, we have this case that our paper that are published in a journal, as I said, have a broader audiences. And in such cases, we should pay attention to grammatical rule, to the style of the journal, to the type of narration we apply to discuss our idea, and something like that may affect the quality of our writing. And considering discipline-specific writing style in our research can improve the quality of our writing and increase the number of audiences that use our manuscript as a reference for further studies. And of course, okay. And of course, recently, you know that the number of publication in the literature has significantly increased. And as many papers review this case, some researchers significantly use AI assistant tools to improve the writing style. In journals and publisher, if you pay attention to the policies that are written about usage of AI assistant writing tools and a grammar checker, you can see that many journals have no strict really difficulties with using such AI tools. And if you check the website of currently famous publisher, you can see this fact that using AI tools, specifically for checking grammar and checking the incorrect vocabulary in the context of your paper and your document, can increase the quality of your writing style. And this usage of AI-assisted tools should not be as a practice to completely use this tool for writing a paper, because in some cases, you know, AI tools have no idea to write about a specific topic that you ask them to write about them for you. So in such cases, you should, after using validated AI tools and approved AI tools for checking the grammar and of course, the context of your paper, you should again paraphrase your paper. You should check the grammar issues, and if there are a problem within your paper, after several revisions, you can solve that without any problem for publication of the context. And presently, there are several strategies to improve progress in writing training. For example, participating in excellent workshop and master classes that are specifically endowed to train researchers about writing and improve their writing style. And you know, in institutional writing and of course scientific writing require a specific style. And when you participate in different types of workshop, a specific workshop and master classes, this participation helps you to learn more and train your idea and of course train your writing style to manage everything regularly and write a specific type of information about a specific a paper to have a successful publication output in your research. And you know, one of the most important strategies that we can use to improve our writing style is using preprint and open access, and learn about more about the style that other researchers in the literature use to discuss their idea. And you know, open access publication helps you to faster dissemination of your result and your scientific writing templates. But you should not forget this fact that only a dissemination of your idea in the literature without paying attention to the content of grammatical rule, without the content of the cohesive and transparency of your data, cannot sufficiently determine the quality of your research. And you should constantly learn about writing, right, in a different style, write about a different subject in your field, and by the way, increase the quality of your research and your writing style by applying appropriate vocabulary, by applying appropriate grammatical rules. And by the way, you can really improve the positive feedback that your paper may receive in the literature by training and learning more from the literature and open access material that are related to your field. And of course, as a final slide, I can say that the future, I can say about the future direction of the scientific publishing. AI-assisted tools day after day can help researchers to write better than the past. And by the way, AI-assisted tools may one day be completely accepted to check all grammatical issues and check the problem with scientific writing in our an institution, but from directly copy paste from AI assisted tools for writing a scientific literature or a scientific paper. And at this moment, the great focus on many publishers is on reproducibility and transparency of scientific writing. And by the way, journal put a strict regulation on scientific writing style and invite author to write clearly and use active language, and of course cut all clutter that are maybe present within their paper. And in the future years, there is a possibility journals also enforce a stricter writing standard due to the global usage of AI assistant tools for writing and review. And by the way, our scientific style and scientific writing may visit different types of change in the future. But the important note that we should pay attention to the content is that the scientific writing style is a type of a style that determine our future and make the shape of our future in the academia. And if we make a mistake today, in the future, that simple mistake may cause a problem for us. So my recommendation is that before publishing any record in the literature, we should carefully prepare every data. We should carefully revise our manuscript. We should check all grammatical rules, check everything to prevent either plagiarism, contextual plagiarism, and provide a smooth writing style for publishing our record in the literature. And by the way, I think that scientific writing is still evolving, and there are various aspects of scientific writing that should be evolved to improve the quality of the writing style of non-native English speaker. And challenges in scientific writing are really real, but they are manageable by revising the content of our paper, by changing our writing style, by training, by learning, and blah, 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 blah. We can learn more from the literature and improve our learning to have a successful writing in the literature and significantly disseminate our idea in the literature. And as a the end of my lecture, I can say this fact that clear writing is equal to better science. And when we have a clear style of writing and we apply transparency in our literature, this means that we decrease the number of redundant paper in the literature. This achievable only by changing our writing style. and writing style is specific to each person. Only training, education, and of course, learning a lot from the literature, from the previously published paper, and something like that can enhance the quality of our writing. And by the way, we can be a successful researcher in the literature to disseminate our idea in the scientific community and apply for great grants to support our labs and research. Everywhere we try to work on a specific topic in our field. I have no word, and I especially thank the holder of this meeting and session that give me this opportunity to briefly talk about challenges in scientific writing, and I'm at your disposal if there are questions about the note I discussed in this lecture. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you so much, sir. So, on the behalf of organizing team, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Pranav Prabhakar, Mr. Hassan Rasoli, and Ms. Sonal Mishra for gracing this valedictory session and sharing their insightful thoughts on research paper writing and publication ethics. Your valuable inputs have enriched our understanding and will surely guide many young researchers on their academic journey. We truly look forward to your continued support in your future academic activities. And I would also like to express sincere gratitude to Dr. Pranav Prabhakar and Mr. Hassan for being with us and listening to your journey personally full of dedication, hard work, and ethical research was truly inspiring. Your words reminded us that good research isn't just about data and papers, but about values, mentorship, and purpose. Thank you for sharing your time, your experiences, and your wisdom with such warmth and humility. We feel lucky and honored to have you with us today. A special thanks to our respected Chief Secretary of AgriMeet Foundation Bharat, Dr. Ankur Sharma, for his encouragement and presence throughout the workshop. I would also like to express my sincere appreciation to him, whose vision and dedication made this entire workshop possible. So, thank you for organizing this importance and recognizing the importance of this topic and giving me the opportunity to speak today in front of such esteemed dignitaries. Over the past 15 days, we have embarked on a journey of knowledge and reflection. I believe each one of us walking away with something valuable to carry forward in our research endeavors, with not just skills but with ethics and integrity. Thank you everyone for being here and making this event a memorable success. You all will be getting your certification. It is on the process. So thank you so much, Dr. Ankur Sharma.
We will provide within a week. And process is going on, and I hope you thoroughly enjoyed the 15 days workshop, whether it was in the realm of skill, knowledge, wisdom, or research paper writing. So thank you very much for patiently participating with us for this entire duration. And we will provide the certificate within 3 to 4 days through email or through WhatsApp. And one announcement is there, we are going to organize one global conference. Abbreviation is Harvest 2025 in the month of June, and the date will be 6th to 7th June in the collaboration with University of Tehran and Agricultural Biotechnology Research Institute of Iran. I think 10 to 15 Indian collaborations are there. One of them ICR and UGC. So I'm requesting all of you, you can also participate in global conference in the form of paper presentation, award nomination, abstract submission, manuscript writing. Okay, all the things will be mentioned over there. I will provide you the brochure within 2 to 3 days. So thank you one and all. Thank you, my collaborators. Thank you, Hassan sir. Thank you, Pranav sir. Thank you, Dr. Mishra, for joining, and all participants, who have patiently participating with us for this entire duration, and looking forward for your support, your dedication, your involvement, your participation in our future academic activities. If you need any assistance, if you need also any assistance in research paper writing, article writing, book paper writing, book publication, patent publication, copyright publication, or anything else in your API, AgriMeet Foundation and my team will always be there. You can Google me on Dr. Ankur Sharma, Chief Secretary, AgriMeet Foundation India. I will be there. Okay. Thank you so much, all of you. Looking forward for your support and bye-bye. All
Thank you, sir.
participants can laugh.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Have a good time.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.